Hello and welcome everybody. CEI stock on 13 January. Let's start with a stock price prediction explanation. Okay, so I think this is going to be referring back to what we wanted to see on the CEI stock on January 13 January. So I think this is going to be very important stock to be explained since we can see the price on the 2 USD, and here we can want to reach 7 USD again on one Fibonacci level. So if you are new to this video and if you wanted to know the things that is going to be in our mind about price that can be absolutely for CEI stock, so let's start with things that is going to be very accurate and important. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe and like, and let's go for this kind of parties. Okay, so we can go for this stock explanation here, and we want to know that this is going to be part where we can find that is going to be resistance and support here, and then we can see here a support. Okay, so that means since we can have our journey from the 16 November 2022, it can be reached to the journey to 12 January or maybe 13 January 2021, 2023, sorry. So if we have to explain this on 15 minutes update, this is going to be very important to know what is going to be focusing on, to know the prediction of this part. Okay, so we can go for the things that we want to know with mind that we want to go for with the good things to know about why we have to know why we have CEI stock is going to be very well indicating for this kind of stock. So we have to know that the start would be here and then decrease, may increase. Okay, however, we can see that decrease again. Why? Because we have two reasons. First reason that we want to take in our mind is going to be about this trend line, and we have to see the circle. Okay, resistance, and here is going to be support, here is going to be resistance, and here's going to be a support. So we have to know and focus that CEI on this resistance support, and we want to know that it's going to be about the kind of stock to be like this in our mind, in our focus in this phase. And we have to know that the thing is that is absolutely going to depend on the Camber energy stock, and that is going to be a thing that is very good to be explained in this form. So we have to explain the reasons in steps in details, and how can we produce from these reasons a result, good result, to know whether this is going to be wrong or true, and if it's going to be wrong we can fix it and correct its mistake to be right. Okay, so let's see whether this is going to be like this in our trading part. Okay, if that's going to be thing that is okay, let's see whether this is going to be a thing that is decreasing from here to here and increase to here and then decrease. So that is going to be depending on the balance of the wave itself between this level and this level. It decreased from here to here because it didn't give a permission for this wave to make a green candles before it can go through this trend line. So the trend line itself had made an easy permission to for this candles or this wave to go through it, and it started to make a new wave with a new area. So this area right now is going to be maybe in the middle of the process. So that what I can think absolutely about Camber energy stock in this kind of movements. So since we can see the price can be here, then decrease in momentum, we can see it after it an increase. So that is absolutely a thing that I can think about, since I can see this kind of movements. Then I can think it at going to be about the decrease. That what I can have after it a decrease, that the same manner is going to be the reason. So second reason also, okay, we have experienced first reason that is going to be passing through it and it didn't stop, and it didn't give a permission for it to make a green candles on the first area, and it started to make green candles on second area, and it made a start with a wave. Second thing is going to be about two trend lines, okay, and that is going to be about this two two trend lines is going to be a slope form. Also, if we wanted to check out the number of red candles is going to be more than the number of green candles, that is going to be also a third reason, and it can be put in consideration also from the part where it had to make this small spike. And we have to know that this camber energy stock in this form is going to be like this, okay. So we have to know that also that can be done with the same manner after it had made the shape, okay, that is going to be the part where it doesn't has any trading parts, or no one can trade in this part from that time to this time, okay, from this time that it has started to make this appearance until the time where it has to make an appearance of the new wave again from the resistance. So we wanted to know that is going to be think that is going to be very good for CEI to happen. So that same manner of the second reason would be applied here, which is going to be moving of wave between two slope lines. Since we can see this kind, we can put trend lines here, and they are going to referring for us that they are the 0 1 Fibonacci levels, and that is absolutely thing that is what I can focus on. So since it can finish its reaction between 1 and 0 Fibonacci level, it can reach here and then it make start a new wave and it goes out of those two slope lines, and it can start with a new wave separated from the previous wave. And that's what I can think about this is price that can happen on CEI. So I think that can happen during the increase in momentum in this form. Okay, that is my expectation. Okay, that what is going to be absolutely occurring on. Maybe the first reason would be about increase, then it cannot resist this trend line, so it can go through it, and then it can start to make a new wave with new area, and then it can repeat this uh, action again, and then that is going to be about second price prediction, and this is going to be first price prediction.